What is music production? Well, to answer that question, first we need to look at what is music. I define music as sounds arranged in order moving through time. Does that make sense? For example, notes can be arranged in order moving through time, one at a time, and we call this melody. Or notes can be arranged in order moving through time, more than one at a time, in the form of chords. And percussive sounds can be arranged into patterns, creating rhythms and beats. So that's music, sounds arranged in order moving through time. So music reaches the listener in two ways. It can be performed by musicians or artists in real time, and it can be played back on demand after being produced or recorded. So that's music simplified. So now let's take a look at the word production. To produce is to create. Music production is the creative process of arranging sounds in a digital audio workstation to create music that can be played back on demand. This piece of music is art, and like any piece of art, the artist needs a medium in which to create, tools or instruments to apply the medium, and a surface on which to apply that medium. Painters would use paint on canvas. Sculptors would use clay. Writers would use pen and pencil, or maybe a computer with some word processing software. In music production, you have these three elements. Sounds are the medium, and these sounds are applied and controlled with instruments. Live instruments like a piano or guitar, or your hands or your mouth, or virtual instruments which are controlled by a physical hardware controller. You could even say that the computer's mouse is an instrument. So why should music production be taught in every school? I've got 4 reasons. Number 1, it's creative. In traditional music education programs, educators focus mainly on teaching reading and performance of an already written piece of music. Students then perform this piece of music in front of an audience. This is great for students, but is it actually creativity? My opinion is until the students are composing and arranging and writing their own music, the answer is no. From my own experience, I've been playing piano for the last 36 years, and I don't consider myself to have been creative until I started creating my own beats, writing my own melodies, and creating my own arrangements. Number 2, it's current. Music production gives kids the ability not just to create, but to make the music that sounds like the music that they actually listen to. Many of those songs are current pop songs or songs on the Spotify Top 50 list. While I personally love and appreciate the classics, most kids are not listening to Beethoven or Bach in their free time. Teaching music production modernizes music education. Number 3, it connects. Some studies show that only about 20% of high school students actually participate in music education. I guarantee you 100% of those students love music. So why the big disconnect? I think one reason is this. If music education focuses on performance, that means it focuses on ability. That means only the best get to perform, and there are only a certain number of performance slots available in any given show. Since this process naturally includes the best performers, then it naturally excludes everybody else. It excludes everybody that's not as skilled, but it also excludes everybody that just hasn't had access to proper music education. Music production does not focus on performance. It focuses on the creative process. And that means that any student that loves music can participate. Music production has the ability to connect 100% of students to music education, including the 20% that are already participating. Number 4, choice. Last but not least, the more choice students have in their music creations, the higher the engagement in the learning. In the end, the kids are proud of what they've made and they're excited to share it with their friends and family.
Look deep inside and you'll find it's right.